Hey, so you know Archimedes, right?
Archimedes?
Yeah, Archimedes. You don't know what the fuck his name is, right? You know Archimedes, right?
Okay, yeah, sure. It's Archimedes, yes. I'm aware.
Yeah, you know Archimedes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, fuck that guy! I hate him!
Oh.
Fuck Archimedes, alright?
But why, though?
Okay. I have decided he is now my arch enemy.
You know this man is dead, right?
It doesn't matter. I made him my mortal enemy now. He is now my nemesis in life,
He
alright?
died in, like, 200 BC! What's the point?
That doesn't matter, right? So you know how in comic books, how the Superman tried to destroy the superhero legacy, right? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna destroy Archimedes' legacy, alright? I'm gonna end it.
Why do you seek to destroy a man's legacy? This man who has potentially just brought us who's brought math to such a point that we're able to do what we can do now. Why?
That's the reason why, alright? It's because of him we have math, and I realized how much of a problem that became for me.
Well,
so I'm gonna destroy it. I'm gonna destroy the basic fundamental of the mathematical equation, alright? I have a multi-step layer plan that involves a precision of using this first step in conjunction with it to achieve the end results, alright? To destroy the foundation of math, alright?
Okay. So what's your brilliant plan? What's the first step?
Yeah, as a work in progress, alright? I think the closest thing is trying to figure if I can label him as a pedophile, alright? That's usually works. Pedophile, rapist, cannibal, right? That usually how you get people to hate you, alright?
Just pull the old the enemy eats babies, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. There we go. Hey, Archimedes ate babies, alright? How do you think he you know how you know how many babies eat? He used math to eat babies, alright? He calculated the amount of babies he needed to eat every single day, alright?
Why? Why is that? Okay, you know what? I don't know how to take this anymore, Austin. But you know what? I think the Republicans will be happy to have you. All right, they'll be happy to have you join their ranks. You know they've been
to destroy Archimedes.
I mean, you're using their playbook. They're like, oh, these Democrats. Joe Biden is like, he's writing a pedophile ring to eat babies.
What is he? I didn't know that.
He's not doing that. He's not actually doing it.
You're not telling me this information. Just like how you told me Archimedes ate babies, apparently.
No, I didn't. I never said that at all.
I don't know if we go back to the tapes.
It was literally you saying that this is what you were gonna frame Archimedes for. We literally have it on
I'm
tape.
gonna destroy Archimedes. All right. I'm gonna ruin his day. All right.
You can't ruin his day because he's already dead. He's not gonna care.
All right. Look, you know what? I think we need to figure out time travel, right? Right. We'll get a bunch of formulas and scenarios calculated, right? To figure out how to create time travel to go back in time to kill Archimedes, alright?
But
to stop him from inventing math.
You're doing all this work. You're gonna invent time travel with the very mathematics that Archimedes put forward to destroy Archimedes. You realize that's gonna put you in a time paradox, right?
Oh, I don't know. Look. I've seen Avengers Endgames, alright? I know how Thanos used the stone to destroy the stone, alright? I'll do the exact same thing. I'll use mathematical equation to go back in time to kill the person who created mathematical equation, alright? Just to save the society.
But if you do that, then you can't you have no math, you destroy society. You don't save anything, you destroy society.
I don't know. I think society would be better if we didn't have mathematical equation, alright? When has mathematical equation ever really helped us out, Right?
Everything. Money, for
that's a very broad statement to say right there.
Astronomy?
Those have nothing to do with math, alright? Astronomy is looking at the sky, alright? That has nothing to do with math, all right?
It has everything. That's how we were able to travel throughout the world. That's how we're able to travel by sea. That's literally a thing that we do.
What do you mean? You just get in a boat and then you go. That's it. That has nothing to do with math.
That's not how it works. Do you know how big the ocean is? It's fucking huge. There's a reason why we turn to the goddamn stars and math to figure our shit out.
No. Hey. Who came up with the stars, alright? I think that's the next part of my plan. To kill whoever invented the stars.
Okay. Well, we have two schools of thought here, Austin, if we're gonna go along that route, okay? You either believe in a higher power and therefore you have just proclaimed that you are going to kill God. Or two, that everything just happened because of the Big Bang by accident, and so somehow you're gonna go back and prevent the Big Bang. But in doing so, will cause another fucking time paradox.
No. Who's the guy that looked at the star and said, "That's a star"? We'll kill that guy, all right? But then we'll go back in time and kill.
What's to stop another person? Like, what was he gonna say? A star? Oh, I'll call those stars. What's to stop someone else from doing that?
No, but here's the thing, right? If we killed the first guy, right? The guy who originally came up with the star system, right? The second guy who came up with it probably won't do as good, right?
What do you mean? Right? He won't do as good. What does that mean?
Alright, it's like if you go back in time and kill Leonardo da Vinci, right? The second guy who'd be like, I'm gonna paint this woman, right? Probably won't do a good of a job, right?
Well, I mean, you just don't make the painting happen because Leonardo's the one who made it. He's dead. No one else is gonna make that painting.
Yeah. See, besides, the same principle will apply.
Also, you do realize the fact that there are rumors. People do say that Leonardo da Vinci, the woman in the painting, that might as well just be Leonardo da Vinci in disguise or something like that, or it could actually just be him drawn in a feminine way. You know that, right?
Oh, there we go. That works. We'll go prevent the Mona Lisa from appearing. Right?
Oh, yeah, that's what it's called. But why are you gonna prevent the Mona Lisa? It's just art. What's the reason? What's the point?
No, that isn't the point. That's the example I was giving. If we killed the first guy who saw the star, right? The second guy who saw the star won't be as creative, all right? And it will be probably less tame.
I mean, the thing is though, there's a difference between preventing someone from making a work of art to preventing someone else from just saying a star, which is just a word that anybody can fucking make up and just say, "It's a star." It's a star.
See, if we kill the guy who invented the word star, the second guy won't know what to invent for that word. Who called him sky glass or something stupid like that.
But okay, so
or
what?
Sky dot.
Are you telling me the thing that you want most in life is to essentially go around, come back to, like, after you kill the guy who couldn't name them the stars? You come back in time and then you suddenly find out everyone just calls them sky glasses.
Oh, that'd be great.
Is this...
Imagine people calling them sky glasses. What a bunch of idiots.
Oh my god. But then you're the idiot, Austin. Because here's the thing: when you just like, nah, you idiot. Those are called stars. Like, no, they're called sky glasses. Everyone's been calling them for centuries. What are you, a fool? And then they'll point and laugh at you. All right? They'll point and laugh.
No. Then I'll show up with my mathematical formula of why.
But you destroyed math. That's not how it works. It's not gonna work like that. What? Do you want to be the inventor of math? Is this what? Wait.
No, wait.
Is this just a way for you to?
I don't want that.
Then what? What do you want? Because at this point, all you're telling me...
invent the Pythagorean theorem. Did he do that?
No, he didn't. I don't believe he.
Oh, who did that?
Pythagoras, I believe.
Oh, okay. We'll kill that guy. Okay, no, that's the guy I actually want to kill then. I want to kill the guy who created that. That's the guy.
What do you have against this guy? He just.
I don't know.
He just sat around.
I don't know what that theory is, so I want to stop him from ever creating it.
What, the Pythagorean theorem?
Yeah.
You know, someone else is just gonna discover it and then just be like, oh, instead of Pythagorean, I might just become the Archimedean theorem.
I don't think anyone else will figure it out. All right. I feel like it's a very complex theory to create. All right. Okay.
I mean, literally, all you have to do is sit around and think about triangles, and then there you go, you figured it out.
let's see. Pata. Nope, that's Pegonia, Pangea, Pterodactyl.
Anyway, before we get further off into this fucking thing, I should bring this up. Welcome to the goddamn spoiler cast, I guess. Because there's no real segue into this, from what I'm seeing. Welcome to the spoiler cast for what are we doing again? The Adventures of Pinocchio, the 1996 movie.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to Nostalgic December.
Yeah, welcome to Nostalgia-ween. No, welcome to Nostalgia.
Yeah. No, not Nostalgia-ween. This Nostalgia December,
no,
alright?
I told you, it's Nostalgia-ween. We're taking the ween back, okay? We're taking the word back, Austin. That's what we're
is that what we're doing?
Yes, that's what we're doing now, alright? And you have no say in this whatsoever. This is Nostalgia-ween now. Okay?
Okay,
Okay, good.
Right.
Good. So, this
hey, Rob Schneider is in this fucking movie.
Wait, what? Is he?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, let me look the cast up.
Fucking Rob Schneider was in this fucking movie.
I don't believe you for a hot second.
You watched the movie.
Oh, did I just not notice him? Is that what did I just not notice him at all?
Well, I don't know. Did you watch the 240p rip that's available on YouTube right now?
Well, I'm neither gonna confirm nor deny it, so, it could be part of it. it could be just like...
The YouTube rip that has over 160k views. Holy shit, this thing looks really fucking ugly.
Oh shit, it does have 160. What the fuck? What? Oh, I'm surprised. Anyway, wait. Did you just call a kid ugly? Did you just call...
No. The movie just looks really fucking ugly because it's 240p.
I mean, yeah, what did you expect? But then again, that's what we had for like a long while before we just suddenly just like, let's just have HD now. This is our life.
Yeah. But how the fuck did we live before HD? Right?
Like cannibals, like barbarians.
Yeah.
Alright? That's how...
Hey, look, see? Look, we would have had HD faster if we didn't have math, alright?
Math brought us HD, you realize, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a bold claim to say.
It's not a bold claim. It's just historical fact.
Yeah, it's really bold.
Okay, sure it is. But anyway, as before we really get into the nitty gritty of the movie, as per usual, I will go ahead and read to you, the audience, the Wikipedia article that was provided to us in Wikipedia. I fucked that whole thing up. It's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna read to you plot synopsis. All right, so here we go. In a forest, Italian woodcarver Geppetto carves a heart into a pine tree, expressing his secret love for a woman named Leona. When he leaves, a bolt of lightning strikes the tree, imbuing the heart with magic. Years later, Geppetto finds the remains of the tree and carves a marionette out of it, naming him Pinocchio. Due to the heart's magic, Pinocchio comes to life, referring to Geppetto as his father. Pinocchio chases a pigeon outside, meeting Leona and then a pair of thieves, Volpe and Felinette. This is... Oh, really? Did I just not pay attention? Sorry, I'm just kind of, astonished by the fact that I didn't know Rob Schneider was in this. Anyway,
yeah, I tell you, Rob Schneider music was so fucking weird when I was watching it, I noticed that. And I was like, wait, is that fucking Rob Schneider in this movie? I was so fucking out of it when I saw it.
Yeah, also, it's because it's probably, it was a unibrow, right? It was a whole unibrow. It's probably what threw me off. Well, then again, it's like a whole different color scheme with his hair. Well, anyway, again, we'll say that for fucking later. Volpe and Felinette, who work for Lorenzini, a sinister theater director and puppet master, informing him of Pinocchio's existence and sentience. Lorenzini tries to purchase Pinocchio, but Geppetto refuses to sell his son. Pinocchio climbs out of a window and wanders into town, joining a group of boys in school. He gets into a fight with the rowdy Lampwick, and when he lies about it, his nose grows larger and he is kicked out of the class. In sadness, he then causes a great deal of mischief in a bakery, in which the baker's wife causes more damage than the puppet. Geppetto is held responsible for the puppet's actions and is arrested. Pinocchio flees home, meeting a talking cricket, Pepe, who tells Pinocchio to behave and stay out of trouble in order to become a real boy. The next day, Pinocchio and Geppetto are put on trial at court. Unless Geppetto pays a fine, he will be imprisoned. Lorenzini enters, offering to pay off the debt if Pinocchio is given over to him. Geppetto reluctantly agrees after being reminded of his poor state. Pinocchio becomes a star of Lorenzini's productions and is given gold coins as payment. However, Pepe helps him discover that he is ultimately unloved by Lorenzini. Pinocchio rescues several of Geppetto's puppets from being deliberately burned by Lorenzini, unintentionally setting the theater on fire. He then leaps into a river and flees to the forest where he decides to live. Wow, I'm fucking up today. Feline and Volpe find him, swindling him out of his coins. Pinocchio spots a stagecoach passing by, carrying Lampwick and the other boys, traveling to Terra Magica, a hidden fun fair for boys to do as they please.
I don't like that. I don't like how this guy just getting a bunch of boys and bringing them to a secret club hideaway.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Okay. He was just the Epstein of their time, you know. This is where Epstein got his inspiration from, alright?
Oh. Hey, look, if we went back in time and kill what's not Lampwick, we can stop all this from happening.
Or we could just shoot Epstein if we're gonna go that far. Just do that. Anyway.
What? You can't shoot someone who's already dead, alright? That would be dumb. Holding a grudge against a dead person.
Oh yeah, with the when he allegedly committed quote unquote suicide, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, where was that? I literally just lost the whole fucking line. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, Geppetto and Leona have been tracking down Pinocchio. Losing track of him, Geppetto rows out to sea upon finding Pinocchio's hat on the beach. In the fun fair, Pinocchio, Lampwick, and other boys go on a roller coaster, but drinking the water of Terra Magica turns them into donkeys by symbolizing their bad behavior. But because Pinocchio has holes in his body, only his ears appear. The fun fair turns out to belong to Lorenzini, who sells the donkeys off to circuses and farms. Pinocchio has Lampwick kick Lorenzini into the cursed water, transforming him into a sea monster and forcing him to flee into the ocean. The boys and donkeys escape the fun fair, and Pinocchio reunites with Leona at the beach as he sets out to find his father at sea. Pinocchio and Pepe are consumed by a giant whale-like sea monster, which they recognize as the now feral Lorenzini, reuniting with Geppetto inside his stomach. From the strong smell of rotten chili peppers, they try to escape up Lorenzini's throat. Pinocchio lies to extend his nose and make the passage larger. Lorenzini starts to choke, breaching the ocean top and spitting Geppetto and Pinocchio out in the process and left to choke in the ocean's depths, until Pinocchio's long nose breaks. On land, Pinocchio and Geppetto embrace. Pinocchio's tears flow, the tears landing on the heart carving, the same magic force from before transforming him into a real boy. The two embrace once more over the miracle. Pepe congratulates Pinocchio before leaving, wanting to rest from the whole ordeal, but promising they will see each other again soon. On the way home back to the village, Pinocchio runs into Feline and Volpe, whom he tricks them into going to Terra Magica and drinking the cursed water there. They are later revealed to have been transformed into a real cat and a fox, which results in them being captured by a farmer as new pets. They witness Pinocchio in town while lamenting their fate. The donkeys all transform back into boys by reforming. Geppetto and Leona marry, and Pinocchio gives his father a log he found to carve into a girlfriend for him, which is pretty fucked up when you think on it. Anyway, that's the plot synopsis for the movie.
Alright, wait. So as you know, this is my second movie for nostalgic ween, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I watched this movie as a child, alright? And this movie scared the fuck out of me. Okay?
Wait, was it mainly
watching this movie now again, after like 20 plus years, it still scares the fuck out of me. The CG on this puppet is really fucking so fucking unnatural.
I mean, granted,
but is this decent CG, right? Because I assume there's a mix of actual real-life puppetry in certain scenes, right?
There has to be. Like, the thing is, I don't want to say, like, the thing is, I think, for me, like, I get where you're coming from, I think it might be the eyes, you know? Because the thing is, the eyes just look, the way they move, it doesn't feel like a puppet, you know? Have you noticed that? They move too, like, smoothly and, like, they don't feel like wood, or they don't feel like it's a motion.
Also, just the scariest fucking thing as well. That shit doesn't help either.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I really want to know if the thing with the eyes is just CG or not. Because if it's not, it's fucking like, scary as shit, but it's fucking impressive. It is impressive.
I mean, I'm assuming there's all animatronics as well, right?
Yeah, there has to be some form of animatronics in there too. Like, I know the whale has to be like claymation or something, right? Whatever you fucking call it. Because it's just like, it looks very much like a clay thing, right? But oh my god, it's just also. Like, I know you don't like Pinocchio, but I think the whale is a lot worse, especially with that scene when he's jumping out of the fucking ocean, like, towards the camera. Fucking creepy as shit. I did not like that image at all.
There's a lot of so I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen this movie in 20 plus fucking years, right? But Jesus Christ, there are like some actual nightmare fuel fucking scenes in this movie that fucking shows up. Like the scene when Lampwick, I think that's the main villains of this game. Yeah. After he drank the water and he starts freaking out, right? You get that scene where he's in the tent and he fucking starts tripping or transformationing.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I mean that's always like. I mean to be fair, this story is written years ago, right? But I'm pretty sure that bit was just like there, just so like because. This is like a children's tale. You tell this to your kids to put them to sleep and stuff. And
you tell your kids the danger of being lured into a carriage to take into a carnival. Well, right? Don't do that.
To be fair,
that's the real lesson at the end of the movie.
To be fair, though, it does offer a very valid lesson in like don't fucking go with strangers to a random place, you know, or otherwise some fucked up shit will happen to you, like turning into a fucking donkey. And it's just like in the original, like I say original, but I mean more like Disney's Pinocchio. That was a whole thing too, and that scene. Like I remember hearing people when they say, "Oh, I saw this as a kid." The Disney's Pinocchio, and if that scene fucking scared the shit out of them, right? So I'm not surprised that this would scare the shit out of you too, especially with the use of live action. Because holy fuck, dude. It is intense. It can be intense for a kid. It's kind of like I think in terms of like practicality of CGI and effects. I want to say we did a spoiler cast on it. I want to say that, or it could just be because it's like I've seen the movie a good number of times. Have you ever seen Return to Oz?
That's the we haven't done a spoiler, but I know what movie you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the practical effects are honestly kind of on par, you know, with that movie, Adventures of Pinocchio, and like and Return to Oz. Now the thing is, this movie, I mean, I enjoy it quite a fair bit. It has that 90s charm to it. Like it's just that you don't really see a lot anymore in like modern movies today. But it's definitely like I would probably give it a PG rating if only because some of the images like genuinely just can be a little like ugh, you know, like as an adult you'll be like ugh, right? I mean the story's fine. It's Pinocchio, right? And honestly it's very well acted for the most part, you know. And you do get some fun bits of Pinocchio and everything because it's just like it's a puppet, you know. It's playing around and it's like, and I do find it really creative, like the physical the practical effects that are used within the movie, right?
It's as much of a fucking nightmare fuel Pinocchio actually is, the work on him is actually pretty great throughout the movie. Like, I just felt, boy, what a fucking unnatural character that was fucking brought into life by God, right? God, right? I can't wait for him to burn Geppetto at the stake for unleashing a hell spawn onto Earth, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, how dare you bring your works into an unnatural life. Sorry, but it's just like, because look what happened. You bring him to life, he causes a whole bunch of mischief. Look at that shit. Look at that. He just
that's right. He burns down a church as well.
Yeah,
that's the old.
He caused a fire. He caused like ruination, and he brought his father into court. He legit court. It's like legit. Like they were about to be in some deep shit, man. If they didn't just put Pinocchio into Lorenzini's fucking circus, whatever the fuck. Like, holy shit.
Right.
Also, he fucking, like, the grandpa, like, I say grandpa, but Geppetto, right? He fucking gets eaten by a goddamn whale, which essentially, which is Pinocchio's fault, you know? I mean, granted, everything's alright by the end, but holy shit.
Yeah.
They do these bits, these clever little bits where and it's the thing I just can't help but noticing. But like sometimes you'll get like shots where it's like there's shots where it's like, oh, this is obviously the puppet, right? But then you'll get all these shots like I remember this one shot specifically where Geppetto's just kind of.
Oh shit! Was there a Pinocchio movie in 2019?
Yeah, there is. They do these so often.
There's one coming. There's one by Guillermo del Toro as well.
Oh wait, really?
Is that one out yet?
Really?
Oh, it's upcoming. Oh shit, that thing's not even out yet.
Wait, is it from Guillermo del Toro or is it?
Yep. Ian McGregor is the fucking cricket.
Wait. Sorry, who?
Yep.
No, you're legit cutting out. I didn't catch that shit.
Oh, Ian McGregor.
Ian McGregor.
It's the fucking cricket.
Huh. Oh my god, that's fucking. I mean, I can see it in terms of voice, you know. I can totally see it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Oh wow, this 2019 Pinocchio movie is apparently really good, apparently, according to Wikipedia, and won a bunch of awards.
Wait, for what? Which one? This one?
The 2019 Pinocchio movie.
The 2019 Pinocchio movie? Alright,
yeah,
I'm about to look this up.
Got like 50 nominations for awards. See, and won 5 of them. I mean, 1/3 of your nomination winning is pretty good.
Yeah, it is, because I mean, you can get nominations out the ass, but actually winning a good amount of them is actually impressive. What are the rewards for this one that they won?
Let's see, it won best set and decoration, best costume, best makeup, best hair design, and best visual effects.
That's actually not bad, actually, huh?
Yeah, I wonder if this movie had a fucking freak of nature Pinocchio in that movie, or a CGI cricket.
You know, we're about to fucking find out later, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll find out.
We could get a month where it's just Pinocchio.
Oh, you want to do Pinocchio month?
I mean, that's for the future. But anyway, we should talk about this Pinocchio. But yeah, this is, yeah. I mean,
this movie isn't bad. The set pieces in this movie are actually very nice.
Actually, really good. Yeah, I
actually enjoyed the set piece throughout this entire movie. And the guy who played Letwick, he fucking rocked it. I love the guy I was. I think this. Letwick is.
Do you mean the
Corey
boy or the villain? Because Lorenzini is the villain.
Oh wait, who the fuck is Letwick then?
I think he's the kid that turns into.
Fuck that kid. Fuck all these kids.
No.
Okay, Lorenzini then. Yeah, I love Lorenzini.
Let me see.
The actor that played, holy shit, he was so fucking perfect in this. He had that threatening menace, right? Throughout this entire movie.
I mean, this guy is kind of well known. I don't watch a lot of this man's work, but he was very familiar. I know him from Suspiria. He was like Dr. Mandel. But if we're gonna talk, I want to see what else he did recently. That would probably be. He was in the Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Let's see. Well, what was he in recently?
He was called Von Camp. Let me see recently. I'm trying to look for anything that's significantly that's in.
That's what I'm trying to look through right now. I'm going through his.
Because he's done a lot. He was in Blood Rain. He was in fucking Blood Rain. Oh no, he was in 2007's Halloween. If you ever seen that?
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was. He was.
He was in Iron Sky. Okay.
I'm trying to see what else he is, because the thing is, he has that face that you just know, you know.
Yeah.
He was in I haven't seen Melancholia though, so I can't say on that. Lords of Salem. Oh my god, he was a Nymphomaniac. But he was like small.
Dracula 3000. What the fuck is? Is it a television?
Yeah, a lot of the recent movies aren't anything that he'll be very well known for currently. But what is this? No, not the one I'm thinking of. Oh, he was in Blade.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was Dragonetti. It says here that's his role.
Interesting.
I'm trying to see what other work of significance. At least anything that anybody else would have known. Blood of Dracula, Lost Word, explicit. I mean, he's been like I only really know him from Suspiria, but yeah, he does carry that menace. It's just the way his face is kind of it's the eyes.
Right.
Really. It's very much the
like,
eyes.
I legitimately thought it was Tim Curry for like a good half of this movie.
Oh, I don't.
Until I had to look at
I don't blame you for
right because
thinking
he has like that charisma, like that charisma when you see Tim Curry in a movie, you're like, oh shit, that's Tim Curry. Oh
yeah,
but
yeah.
I was like, oh no, this is not Tim Curry.
He was like fucking Udo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, so forgive me. Udo Kier, as he's known professionally, does this very well. I mean, then again, it's just he's a villain. He plays it up, but it's very fun to watch him. Of course, like most of the people are fine, in terms of acting, but like, it's a very fun story, if you can get over the nightmare fuel.
I mean, it's for Pinocchio. There's right?
I mean, there are some elements that are just like I'm unfamiliar as because I'm not much into Pinocchio. I'm more of a Cinderella kind of guy, if in terms of just watching media. Okay, if we're gonna be honest here, because like the thing is, like I'm familiar with Pinocchio, the Cricket, Geppetto, right? Yeah. But like I'm more familiar with Disney's Pinocchio, and I would like. The fact that there's like the whole lightning bolt and on the tree and then that's like magic somehow, and I'm just like, that's weird. I thought there was gonna be like the fairy godmother or whatever, the blue fairy, right? But then apparently that's just not a thing,
Yeah, that was a Disney creation.
Yeah, so I'm just like, so again, like a good number of elements are just kind of like, not like I did not expect at all, But there's also the whole. I mean, they do add some little bits here and there, like where like Pinocchio does feel like a lot more like a very very mischievous kid, Especially considering how we end the movie, where he's just like, hey, just call me a girlfriend, and then he just fucks off. Like, yeah, that sounds like a fucking 12-year-old boy. But I mean, he's a fun character all around. Honestly, I would say, But him getting into trouble, that kind of thing, is just like, well, it's pretty much just how he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I think, like, I mean, honestly, a big thing aside from the typical humdrum that we see with typical Pinocchio movies, and apparently they make a lot of them. It's honestly the practical effects for me really stand out, and I really love the movie for the practical effects.
I'm saying that's one of the biggest things. I really enjoyed the set piece, the costume design all throughout this movie. I love how Pinocchio was sentient enough to realize that his kind was being murdered, which is the greatest part. I don't remember that was in you. Right? He's like, right? He's like his quote unquote brother and sister or whatever the fuck. Like, don't murder them. And I was like, ooh, Pinocchio, you're having a hard time adjusting to the real society now, right?
He just kind of
right,
like
just because you were brought to sentient life and everything, you still haven't understand how sentient life works yet.
This is Pinocchio's first time really beginning to understand what death is. It's just like, well, all right then. Oh,
he's like, hey, Pinocchio, don't worry. Don't worry. The dead bodies of your brother and sister will keep us warm throughout winter, all right? Afterwards.
Oh my god. I also do kind of wonder, like, I never, like, okay, so you have to remind me, because again, I haven't seen Disney's Pinocchio in a while. Leonor isn't a thing, right? In Disney's Pinocchio? Like Geppetto's love interest?
Female character?
Geppetto's love interest, right? The woman
I don't think there was a female character within that. I think because I'm going through the Wikipedia page. Apparently, she's an original film character that exists.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe I don't know. According to the Wikipedia page, I'm not. It's a lot to go through. Look, I can't go through this Wikipedia page fast enough.
I mean, I will say she's ooh, pardon, but like, yeah, oh, pardon, Jesus. Good? Are you good?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I was going too fast through the Wikipedia page.
It just caused you. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Go through the Wikipedia page.
You don't need to make the sound effect though. What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh god, there was a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Oh, this movie had a sequel?
It had a sequel. It's called The New Adventures of Pinocchio.
Oh, holy shit. Oh my god, was this a... I didn't realize there was a sequel. Holy shit.
I will say though.
Well, I never saw the sequel.
I will say though, considering the fact that Udo Kier is reprising his role as Lorenzini, I would definitely look into this movie just because he's coming back.
I guess we have to watch The New Adventures of Pinocchio at some point now.
I mean, I guess we can... well, since we've seen the first one, we can definitely do that. Let's finish the points off real quick before we get on that. I think I was making a point. Oh, yeah. Leona is not, like... She's not a bad addition, you know? I didn't mind. I was just kind of weirded out by her addition for a hot second because I'd never recognized her as a character within the story of Pinocchio in general. Mm-hmm. In the movie though, I didn't really mind her too much. You know, I thought she was fine. You know, she didn't really disrupt anything.
Yeah, I mean she's fine.
She fit in rather organically, honestly. So
yeah. She serves help smooth the plot for it, especially with Geppetto, because Geppetto was fucking like, hey, Geppetto's a pretty bad father. All right, I'm just gonna say this now.
Well,
I just want to say this now.
Yeah, that sounds about right, considering. But I mean, it's just like it's the movie. Geppetto's parenting style aside, because he's never been like. I mean, imagine being a father at that age, man. Apparently, I mean, whatever age he is, but
yeah.
Pardon. I will say it's like, but I mean the thing is it's kind of, oh well actually I should mention before this too. The cricket was weird as fuck. I did not like him being CGI at all.
Oh yeah, no. I did not like the cricket. I did not like the cricket in this movie. I hate the cricket. I hate the fact that they made the cricket the genie in this movie.
Wait, what? What?
I didn't like how they kept making this cricket full of pop. Well, not really pop culture reference,
right?
But like in terms of like weird reference, like he was talking about how like not timeshare. He was like, oh, I want to spend the beach in Miami or some dumb shit like that, right? Like really, like he's talking about subject that aren't time relevant, right?
Yeah, I think it's that.
Like he kept making like all these fucking jokes that's more like modern society joke, like right, like he wasn't. He's not like the genie in Aladdin, who like Robin Williams, who goes around making like actual pop culture reference, right? But like the cricket in this movie kept making like a bunch of fucking weird reference that aren't like time appropriate, right? Like that's not jokes you would hear. Like he kept referencing stuff that isn't mainly from this area. I think at one point he talked about a timeshare program. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you talking about a timeshare program? What the fuck is time? I don't think the concept of timeshare even exists at this point.
I get what you mean. That's just kind of the '90s thing where, like, I mean, they did this with some Disney movies too, where they make these references to the times that they're living in, and it's just like ultimately when a movie does that, it's not gonna feel good later on down the road. Disney did the same thing, sort of. I mean, this is more also in clashing with tone, but like Hunchback of Notre Dame had like the gargoyles, if you remember, and you know, like, and then you have, and I'm pretty sure they never had this, right? But like I'm like the gargoyles would be playing poker and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is not appropriate at all, right? And honestly, at least for that movie, the gargoyles clash tonally. And here though, it's just like really unnecessary. You know, the cricket's there for like the what do you call it? It's kind of for the adults to kind of be like, heh, you know. But I mean,
yeah.
Just to be clear, I enjoyed the movie, but the thing is, it's like I kind of really like.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. This movie was fine. It's like, we ignore the fact that Pinocchio is a fucking freak of nature who does not deserve to live. It deserves to be burned at the bottom of the pile of steak, while his father is also burned at the stake at the exit. Like we use Pinocchio as the wood to burn his father at the stake.
That's god. Ugh. But like the movies. Sorry, it's just the image of like Pinocchio screaming for his father as he's burning up and he's killing his father. Jesus, it just got really dark for me in my head for a hot second. But like, Jesus fuck. Anyway.
Yeah, keep going.
Anyway, like the thing is, the movie I find very like visually, it's very striking, right? And like, and I find like, but the thing is, I can understand for modern audiences and for like some young children. Young children might find it too a little scary. Older audiences will probably be bored of it because the thing is, this movie is very. When you're watching it, and if you've seen a lot of '90s movies or like '80s too, it's a very slow and old-fashioned type of movie. It's kind of like, it kind of has that kind of like the kind of slow pacing that you would kind of see with the Goonies and like its first 30 minutes, right? And it's kind of like that for the most part because it's just it's essentially a kid getting into shenanigans, and it's just like it can be fun, but like and you know there are lessons to be learned and all, but it's kind of old-fashioned is the best word I can really come up with it, you know?
Yeah.
And so. Like that's kind of the thing with it, but ultimately it's just like I don't mind it. For me this movie is very much like it's very much a movie that I very much enjoy. But for other people I can understand why they wouldn't because some might find it a little dull, especially in the beginning. You know because it takes a little bit, but. Otherwise, it does have a good mix of like live and non-live action characters, that kind of thing. The cricket, notwithstanding, the cricket being like the most thing I don't really care for.
Yeah, I'd say. Like I said, the cricket. I think the cricket was like the only part I legitimately hated throughout this movie because I didn't like how they were done for his character, right?
Yeah. But I think we said enough about the cricket, honestly. So, I think for the most part, it's just a fine movie. It's okay, you know. Like I didn't mind the time I spent on this film. It's like a solid 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. If we had to.
Yeah, this movie's actually watchable and everything, right? It's not a bad movie. It's no fun. Like the only thing that's weird, right, is just revisiting this movie. Like I said, I remember watching this movie as a kid, and I was freaked out by this fucking movie as a kid because I just fucking didn't like how fucking unnatural. Because weird as a kid, I didn't know what the concept of animatronics in movies and puppetry or again. I was like, what the fuck's this thing? Oh, why does this thing look so fucking? It doesn't help. We're watching this now in like a 720p source, right, or like a higher quality source. Than compared to watching on a VHS on a shitty VHS with VHS line. How more fucking unnatural this fucking which is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, right? It really shows how this puppet, the animatronic for the Pinocchio, really stands up to the test of time, if anything, right? Right? Like it's actually impressive how fucking lifelike is like how.
So it's just how lifelike and real it seems and everything.
Yeah, right. Like how it actually stands up, like
so,
not as like a shitty puppet.
Puppet. Oh well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we're talking about it standing up on its own, because I'm pretty like if we're talking about that, they do a bit of clever what's it, movie magic as I like to call it, right?
Yeah.
Typically, like I mean, I'm certain you noticed this, but like it's just like. I mean, for one, I'm looking to the Wikipedia in its development section right now, and it says here that the puppet was created by Jim Henson's Creature Shop, which makes sense as to why it's so fucking good.
That makes so much sense. No wonder this thing looks so fucking good, right?
And apparently they use stop motion, which is actually doubly impressive considering how smoothly it tends to move most of the time. I'm assuming that means with the eyes.
Stop motion as well.
I'm assuming
this thing does not look like stop motion at any point throughout this movie.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like back in the day, and it's kind of starting to become a bit of a lost art form at the moment, but like we had animation like stop motion down to a fucking science, dude. You know, back in the day. So it's just like it's kind of like where it's like sometimes it's noticeable, but usually that's because that's an artistic choice. It's kind of like in terms of animation, why people would choose to animate in 24 frames rather than a good 60, because it's like it's kind of the same thing that happens with like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. They chose to animate it at like 24 frames, I believe, because the way like you'll see that there are noticeable stops in the motions where you can kind of see it where it doesn't flow. They chose that because like there's like, well, that goes with how we believe it would feel to see a comic book in motion, right? And it's just like, and like with that, I very much agree. It's also kind of like, it's also like with the Peanuts movie, right? In the Peanuts movie, like it was newly animated. It was all CG, right? But it very noticeably animated itself in a way where where it felt like a 2D animation, and where it felt like there was like where you can feel when the frame holds and then when it continues, right? Because it depends on whether you animate by 1s or 2s or even 3s. Really, it depends on how long you decide to hold on the animation. Because you could have like a hand move, right? I'm trying to describe this visually, but like let's say you hold your hand in front of you, right? And then you move it up by 1 centimeter, right? And then you hold it for a frame, and then you move, and then you hold that for a frame, and then you move, and then you hold that for a frame. You can really feel it, right? And that, like the thing is, and I explained that because the reason why they did that kind of animation for the Peanuts movie in a 3D CGI animated one, right? The reason they did that was as to kind of an homage to the original holiday specials that you would get for Charlie Brown, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, the Christmas specials, that kind of thing. That's why again it's like that's why I'm saying, like, if you didn't notice it in here, that is deliberate. That is very much a deliberate choice on the filmmaker's part, right. But yeah, that was a whole rant and a half. But but yeah, I mean, I forget the point that we were making here. No, we were talking. Okay. Well, yeah, the only thing I hate anyway, and just to get us back on track because I kind of lost my train of thought for a little bit. I hate the cricket, if only because, well, I mean, aside from the lines and stuff, but it's just like you have such wonderful like physical like animations in this film, and then to kind of see the cricket to be such an obvious offset from that, it just really it takes me out of the movie whenever I see him,
right.
And so
it's a really awkward CG thing. It's definitely 90s. It's like 90s
definitely
CG,
90s CG,
right?
But otherwise, it's a fine movie, at least in my opinion, and that's really much it.
Also, by the way, this park should be needs better regulations. All right, someone needs to tell fucking what is it? Literal, Litoma,
Lorenzini.
Yeah, Lorenzini to get this place. This place is not up to code. All right, he should. This place is liable for a lawsuit. Okay.
I mean, look. You can always go back in time, shoot him, and take it, and then just never have it be an issue to begin with.
Well, that is true. That is a good point.
He could just be like, he could just be a stop on the way to killing Archimedes for you. But
That's right. I'll deal with Lorenzini after I deal with fucking Archimedes. All right.
All right.
It's on the list.
Well.
It's on my people I'm gonna kill throughout time list, alright? Archimedes, Lorenzini, and whatever the fuck the other guy that
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras, the guy who invented the triangle. Arguably the worst shape in the shape index.
Okay. Alright. Well, I think that's all I have to say on the movie, so.
Yeah, that's all I really have to say too. Good animatronics on the freak of nature of Pinocchio.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Alright, that's the video. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands, wear a mask, get your shots. Okay, thanks, bye.